Joe, you left some hair on here. Put it back on your knuckles. I wish I would have gone first. You guys should smell this fucking thing. Is it dry in here, or is it just Brian Granillo's sense of humor? No, it's really dry. I got some lotion in it. This feels so good, Brooke. This feels so good. Brooke, no. Brooke, trust me, I understand. You need a clear patch of hair to apply it. Pass it on to one of your neighbors. Don't, okay, here. But it's dry in here, it really is. This is crazy. Okay, keep it away from Brooke. Keep it away. All right. Man. All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you. Brian Granillo, thank you. You did a great job. Ladies, if you're interested, Brian Granillo, you're single, right? Right. Okay. Well, there's a lot of women here, ladies. If you're interested, all you gotta do is talk about your boyfriend. No, it's just, seriously, the more in love you are, the more interested he gets. And then over here I see Joe and Steve. I don't know too much about them. Where's my I don't know much about Joe and Steve and their personal life, but if any of you guys have been lucky enough to see their act, Corrigan Biff, anybody?
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, it's this act where it's this loud, obnoxious, big, overweight guy telling a bunch of jokes with his sidekick mute who doesn't say much, but he's kind of quirky. It's awesome. I've loved it from the first time I saw it when it was called Penn and Teller. Craig, it's nice to see you here. All of us can agree, we're all glad you took the night off from fighting orcs, because we all know how much you love that. You love that shit, right? Like, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for coming. And Shimer's here helping out. Shimer. You shiesty motherfucker. Okay. By a raise of hands, I'll go first. How many of you here had personally given Shimer $50 of your own money? Come on, keep coming. I know there's more of it. Keep coming, be honest.
More of you out there than that.
Okay, I got one here. A hippie, a Jedi, and a biker walk into a bar. Heather, who's watching your kids? Thank God Heather isn't up here. I'd rather eat breakfast off Nels' mattress than hear Heather with a microphone. Heather needs a microphone like Dr. Nick needs another slice of pizza. Nels. Nels is so dirty, his crabs have dirt bike races. And we all know Dustin couldn't be here tonight. Well, it's unfortunate, but the real reason he couldn't be here is because he's racist. And he knew that Nels would be showing up with his black liver. Nels' liver is so black it's a good dancer. Nels' liver is so black it has a huge cock. You are 2 tall cans away from your liver picking up a bass guitar. Thank you, Nels, for giving me a chance to tell some of my racist jokes, because we all know Brooke has no black friends.
Wow. There was some here.
Really? Look around. All right. And now on to the man of the hour, Brook Dalton.
Yeah.
Some of you guys here know that Brook is a published writer.
Yeah.
But did you know he's actually the subject of some very popular stories, along with his friend the man in the yellow hat? Yeah, he's a monkey. Hairy motherfucker.
I get it. I don't read.
Brook is so hairy he wipes his ass with a comb. Which explains why Nels' hair is so greasy. I know a girl that dated Brook for a long time. I was doing some research for jokes at Juvie. Yeah. She was telling me that when she fantasizes about him, she rubs her clit with a toilet bowl brush. It's true. I got patted down and everything when I talked to her. We all know that Brook is a never nude. He never takes his shirt or his socks off around other people. And, we found out tonight, some of you were there, but there's a young kid in Brook's neighborhood that wishes he felt the same way about his pants. Brook, how old was that kid?
There was like 4 or 5 kids.
There was like 4, like
Probably about
12? Okay, because that was a couple years ago. I'm thinking, it's about time for puberty. Megan's Law. I was just no. I know. I was I erased one. But I was kind of thinking about it. Like if this was this kid's first exposure to adult male genitals, like, hold on. The right thing to do is to have a sit down with this kid's family and really explain how bad the situation is down there. Like, make something up. Be creative. Like, either show him a picture of Craig, or tell him you were bitten the dick by a werewolf. And also in doing some of my research from some of you ladies, I found out that Brook keeps his shirt on during sex. And ladies, I just want to let you know right now, the reason Brook keeps his shirt on during sex is because he loves you. If he doesn't love you, at least you know he's into you. He has to be into you. Do you realize how much work it is to push a boner through that much pubic hair? It's the male equivalent to giving birth. His boners are so strong from all that working out, his dick has a 6-pack. His cock is a purple-headed love warrior ready to do battle. Well, is it actually battle if it's a drunk 19-year-old on Strawberry Hill in Marketing? All right, that's all I got, Brooke. I love you.
Tim's best punchline is that fucking suit right there. Did they make blue cows? Hey, Jason and Colleen aren't here, are they? No. Had a bunch of good shit for them. You want to hear some Spires jokes?
Yeah.
I've known Jason and Colleen a long time, and the Spires have been at it for years. You think by now the record company executives would see what they do and tell them to stop. Because they're no good. The Spires have a very unique sound, and recently at one of their shows, actress Marley Madsen showed up, and although she's almost completely deaf, midway through the first song, she jammed rusty bicycle spokes into both ears. The paramedics asked her why, and she said, "It had to be done." You know, the Jaker gets teased about having a vagina. Of course he doesn't have a vagina, if you know Jason. Though Colleen has totally destroyed his asshole with her huge cock. Yeah, it's just a joke. All right. Now, this man will give you an equation that quantifies a scientific theorem that white is right. Steve Howard.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Appreciate all that. And, well, let me start off with saying, hello, douchebags and douchebagettes. Hey. How's everybody doing tonight? Who the fuck cares, right? Jesus Christ. Look at this fucking lineup. What a pathetic example of carbon and DNA. Either something went wrong in the womb, or there's no God. Or both. Christ, I don't know. Well, you know, listen. We're all here to honor and reveal the best of such an amazing guy, Mr. Brook Ronnie Dalton. You know, Brook, these fucking winners up here, they came here to roast and beat up on everybody on the dais and the crowd. Not me, it's all about the Brock. That's right, that's your name tonight, Brock. I'm going to start off by handing you a little something. There you go. That's a little special condom. And you're going to need this special cock balloon tonight because, you know, I'll tell you what. You're going to get hot during my roast, and I want to make sure you don't cum yourself. Don't worry, folks, I got more. Cock condoms for everybody. Happy fucking. Well, listen, y'all, we all know Brook extremely well. I've known Brook since, I don't know, the 80s. You remember then? Some of you might be too young for that, but Brook tends to hang out with a lot of young people. We all know that. They're much younger than him. They seem to get younger every year, I've noticed. There was a time when I thought about hanging out with Brook a little more to really get some of that fresh young pussy. But you know, things have changed, and now it would be fresh, young, hairless pussy, and I'm not going to jail. I'm pretty sure I saw him out in front of the local elementary school looking for new friends. You pig. Hey, listen, that's quite a hairdo, Brook. Does the carpet match the taint? Now listen, what kind of fucked up genetics produces pubic hair on the head? Christ! What are you, a Blake?
Oh shit,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Everybody knows Brook doesn't like black people. It looks like you scalped your mom's cunt and used it as a wig. Oh, is that too dirty? No. Well, it's gonna get worse. Now she's got a bald pussy, just like the young females that hang out at 86 Hastings. Ow! Fucking scumbag pig. Your mom's pussy, your mom's bald pussy, would be unlike Lisa Fisher's pussy, which I'm sure is quite bushy. Sorry, Lisa. Love you. The fact is, you know, it's been brought up a few times tonight that Brook's dad is Mexican. So when Brook was born, his greasy dad looked down on his beautiful little baby boy. You know, and I'm sure he was a cute little bastard. And instead of saying, "I Chihuahua," he said, "I Sasquatch." That's a great one. You know, as many of you know, Brook works for DW, and it's really one of the most respected drum makers out there. It's too bad he's not one of the most respected drum players. Keep up the dream, buddy! Buy a goddamn metronome, for Christ's sake. Why does this guy think he's fucking Ricky Racket or some shit? Ricky Rocket? I fucked up. Racket. He's a racket. And by the way, what is this fucking 86 shit? I once lived in that house, many of you probably don't know. And I'll tell you, back then, it was all about the 69. No joke. You know, Brook, I'm really impressed with the amount of promotion, self-promotion that is, that you do on the Facebook. You're giving Ronco a real run for the money. We got a real Ron Pupel, whatever the fuck his name, Jr. over here. You know, this is kind of sad. At one time, that fucking Brook Dalton was quite a drunk. He gave that up to become a total fucking pothead. But he gave that all up. Now he's addicted to cock, you fag. Anyway, I lied. Let's say a little something about a few people in the crowd. Some of them aren't here, but fuck them. Okay? I see Jason and Colleen Bays in the... No, they're not here, but who gives a shit? Ventura's own modern-day Captain and Teneo. You may know them from their awful band, The Spires, or more likely, from the front counter at Arby's. I'll be in soon for my free RBQ, guys. Keep up the dream, Jason and Colleen. Your day will come, I'm sure. And Colleen, she plays drums like a fucking retard on crack, but I'm sure she'll get it soon. Just keep the hang of it. You get it. It's a roast, Brook. It's a roast. The Joper. One of my best pals. What a talent. Joper went to film school, as many of you might know. He's a talented dude. To be some big shot movie guy. Well, don't quit your day job, Joper. Ooh, I forgot. You don't have one. Keep up the dream, buddy. Pow! So Joe's beautiful wife, Christy's in the audience, and she got some bad news the other day. It's unfortunate. Her doctor told her that he really wasn't qualified to remove that huge pussy tumor that was sucking the life out of her. But he did have the number of a divorce attorney that comes highly recommended. Thank you. I love you the both. Eric Rodriguez. Ricer? I'm going to hold off on that one. I see Brian Granillo in the... Well, he's not in the audience, he's right here. And I don't know Brian well, but say, Brian, you know why I fuck with you every year during the Cork Ballot fiasco? It's because I like fucking pussy. And you, my friend, are a pussy. Ouch! I'm sorry. I don't personally know Brian, but I still like fucking pussy. All right, fuck Ricer. Eric Rodriguez. What is this Ricer shit? How's about Beaner? No, I kid, Eric. He's Irish with a Mexican last name, and spending any time with him, you'll find he's like the food of his people, extremely boring and bland. And after an hour, you want to shit yourself. That really isn't a joke. I've done it. So now I really want to tell a couple stories. no more jokes here, and if any of you have been offended so far, I would definitely suggest leaving now. Not you, pal.
Right now.
And I'll start off with one simple story. I tried to make a joke, but it didn't work. You guys probably don't realize that at one time, it was around, I think, 87 or 88, Joe and Brook and I, we went on this big trip up into a lake, and he came down with a friend of ours, and I actually got really drunk, and I puked and pissed in this guy's car. A few of the people shit in it, and on it, and Brook had to drive home.
It was awful.
Yeah!
It was fun.
Joe and I passed him on the freeway, and it was the best thing I've ever seen. You see the things coming out of that thing. I'm not proud of that, but it was certainly funny. So I'm going to tell you a little story right now. This is a true story, and I do suggest if anybody gets offended of any kind, I would leave. So I'm at this gay bar. I didn't have the right glasses. I ended up there because this gay guy told me, you need to go to this bar on Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, stat. He said, don't ask, just go there, you won't be disappointed. What the fuck, why not, right? So I get there a little early and end up getting pretty shitty drunk, and I'm letting my guard down, and I'm stumbling around and around and around as usual, and I run into this guy named Joe fucking Lombardo. The next thing I remember is I hear him say, nobody runs into a bitch without a simple hand job, asshole. Well, I finally turn around to see who this fucking piece of shit is that wants a cock rub down, and I see something that's truly mind-boggling. This Joe guy has his cock up the ass of this guy named Nels Rosengren. I'm just recollecting this now. Ricer, I'm going to tell your jokes again in the end. Nels is bent over with shit, blood, and cum shooting out of his ass. Okay? This guy named Mark Stewart is slurping up this disgusting ass. Nels has his cock in a mouth that is owned by this guy named Dr. Nick. What the fuck? Dr. Nick is giving a double jerk off to these assholes named Eric Rodriguez and Craig Kasamis. At this point, there's cum all over the place. So now this guy named Tim Gross, that's appropriate, brings out 2 naked babies of all things. I know, it's disgusting. This Eric guy is lying down with his half a boner. He's in his 40s, so give him a break. And Tim throws one of the babies in the air. The baby lands directly on Eric's cock. Eric blows a huge load of jizz, and the baby pops off his cock and, like a rocket, flies through the air, lands on the ground, and Craig starts blowing the baby. The baby blows in Craig's mouth. I didn't know babies could do this. I see a few really disgusted faces, so this is really working out pretty good. Craig swaps the baby's goo with a guy named Jimmy Myro while he puts his fist up the other baby's ass. This baby blows instantaneously and starts making out with the other baby. At this point, Jimmy Myro shits on the floor and starts throwing feces all over the participants. Shocking, right? So the next time I see this, so the next thing I see is this old lady, that just happens to be Joe Lombardo's mother, coming towards me. She's a waitress there and insists that I either buy a drink or fuck her in the ass. Well, I went for the ass. While I fuck her in the ass, Joe's sister approaches his mother and starts making out with her. Joe's sister punches me in the mouth because I'm ass fucking his mother. I pull out, shit come all over the place, and I direct my attention back to the seemingly choreographed fuck fest. This is a true story. I'm not making this shit up. Who could? So this Brook Dalton guy enters the room as if there's going to be some sort of climax. Everyone then lies on the floor and starts jerking the guy off to their right. It's amazing. They all come in unison, and Brook licks up every ounce of the bukkake. At this point, I start getting pretty hot, so I jerk off over the whole bunch of them. I can come at the drop of a hat. Once I finish, I ask this mob of faggotry, what gives? They tell me this is part of an act, and this was a rehearsal. I say, what the fuck? And ask them what they call this act, and Joe Lombardo says, the Aristocrats. It's really not that funny, it's just disgusting. And true, Joe's mom really punched me in the face. Or no, his sister did, actually. Well, Brooke, listen. Oh, Ricer's back. No need to say. I don't know if you heard this, Ricer, but it's pretty goddamn funny. So Eric Rodriguez. Known Eric for a long friggin' time. And listen, what is this Ricer shit? How's about Peter? Come on, guys, I didn't hear it already. No, I kid, Eric. He's an Irishman with a Mexican last name, and spending any time with him, you'll find he's like the food of his people, extremely boring and bland. Then after now, you want to shit yourself. Ayo! All right, enough of my jabbering of things that really aren't that funny. So Brooke, I gotta tell you, listen, thank you very much for having me here. I love you, and pal, I truly mean it when I say, go fuck yourself.
You know, Steve's delivery of those jokes for Eric were so much better the second time. I think you should do your whole act one more time. Because I don't think we got it the first time. Okay, so we're winding up here, but we've got one fella left, a cutie pie. This is one dude you never want to use the bathroom right after, Mr. Craig Kasamis.
I'm gonna try really hard. Normally not funny at all, but anything's better than that fucking garbage that just flew out of his mouth. Seriously. You might as well run a garbage disposal and a fucking microwave at the same time, because it does not matter what just happened. It's disgusting. I'm embarrassed for you guys, if that makes any sense. So, in the spirit of tonight, it is an insane honor to be here and celebrate Brook Dalton's 40 years of life. He's overcome so many obstacles, trials, and tribulations on his long road, and I just wanted to list a few of them for all of you this evening. But first, I want to personally thank every one of you for coming and participating tonight. You only roast someone when you truly care about them, and I fucking hate every one of you. So, with that said, Dr. Nick is here. I've known Dr. Nick a long time. He's had long hair his whole entire life, his whole entire disgusting, pathetic life. But he recently got a haircut. He now looks like a fucking Twilight version of Anne Frank after the Nazis raped her. I did not realize that a dirty Mexican could look so much like a dirtier Jew with just one haircut. Some of Brook's oldest friends came out tonight. Joe, it's a pleasure to see you. To be totally honest, I would prefer to see Cord. Nothing against you. I just prefer to hang out with your future self instead of your current one. Jesus. That is a boring man. Look at the matching Kangol hats. How gay is this guy? And the other guy next to him. Speaking of which, Biff, you bombed harder than Gaddafi did on his own people. I just wish that someone would rape you in the ass so you'd know how truly unfunny that was. No, seriously, Biff, I don't know your real name. I would have something a lot meaner to say about you, but like I said, I don't really know your real name, and frankly don't give a shit about you enough to learn it, so there you go. Adieu. But with that said, I do love watching Cork and Biff every year at the Christmas parties, the 86 Christmas parties. I mean, it seems like you guys are so funny. But no one can ever hear your jokes, though. Not because the PA is shitty or it's too loud in there, but basically because you can't pull each other's dicks out of your mouths long enough to finish your jokes. I mean, these guys are gayer than Siegfried and Roy after they just got done fucking each other's tigers. It's crazy. I don't know. Dustin wanted to be here tonight, but he was too busy cornering some chick against the wall and giving her the "Now listen, bitch, I'm from Georgia with a coke problem" speech. think Dustin has a real coke problem. I just think he suffers from an extremely deviated septum and what's known to the medical community as SGMS, slippery garbage mouth syndrome. That being said, Dustin is from the South, and he is a true Southern gentleman. I mean, he's nice to everyone he meets, except for the people that really bug him, like blacks, Mexicans, and Jews. He starts every conversation with a "See how y'all doing?"